been staying over. Fucked it so long, I'm finally sober. To the edge, I've been drawing closer. Lately I'm a loner, a stoner, a loser. Yeah, I'm fucking poser, alone, life for no one. Love to act so talented, reality you've got none. I don't like to talk much, I'm honest, you just crave attention, that clown life is dumb shit. Yeah, I really wanna fade away. Nothing really matters in the end when we fade in. Fade away, all that I will awake. I just wanna find a way to make you stay, I just wanna levitate, don't hesitate to make you wait. I just wanna fuck you till my bones and blood disintegrate. I just wanna touch you, feel your body, eat right next to me. I just wanna love you, wanna fuck you, wanna levitate. Levitate, I'll levitate. No matter what, like this, I just don't go my way. I'll levitate, all damn night I'll stay awake. Spill my fucking guts and everything I've got all on the page. Lost my best friend, fuck that, it's over. So many moments, never found their closure. A loner, lazy fucking stoner. Lately I've been thinking this was destined to be over. Yeah, fucking pussy, so sick listening to groaning. Bad damn time you man up to mistakes, now time you own them. I've been feeling lonesome, alone, and so homesick. Driving home, reflecting past 3 months, that shit was toxic. Yeah, I'll levitate. No matter what, like this, I just don't go my way. I'll levitate, all damn night I'll stay awake. Spill my fucking guts and everything I've got all on the page. I've been drifting, I keep falling off the deep end. I've been slipping, losing grip of myself. I feel different, I keep falling off the world's edge. I'll never sleep no more, I'll never sleep no more. I've been drifting, I keep falling off the deep end. I've been slipping, losing grip of myself. I feel distant, I keep falling off the world's edge. I'll never sleep no more, I'll never sleep no more. Fuck a silver lining, I just wanna feel right again. I just really wanna feel how I felt back then when it felt real, so real. Yeah. When I wake at 5 a.m., I don't really wanna fight again. I just really wanna feel her skin on my skin, her breath on my neck. I've been drifting, I keep falling off the deep end. I've been slipping,
Yo, yo, what's up, everybody? How we doing? Happy Monday. Hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. Not a lot happened this weekend until this morning. I was also on vacation, so I'm kind of glad we didn't have anything crazy happen. Bear market weekends, not a lot happens. So I'd recommend, go enjoy your weekend, go out in the sun, go hang out with friends and family. Do whatever it is that takes you away from the charts, because you'll go mad and you'll make too many bad trades, I guess, per se. But STQU, the Star Quest, what's up? JC, that bounce last week scared me. No, I actually anticipated that bounce. Believe it or not, I've been talking about a bounce between the 17 to 20K area for over a week. And even before we went down to 17, I said we're most likely going to bounce. I told most of my students, most of the other people that are on Patreon, because if you guys didn't know, on Patreon I have students and I have just the people that want the everyday analysis and trade setup. So I told all of them, right now is not good risk reward to short. And let's go back to the daily. Right now, when we were really in this entire area, right now is not a good time to short. And I had some pushback. People are like, we just keep dropping and you're telling us not to short. And I said, okay, listen, here's the thing. One, we are the most oversold we have ever been in this market. Yes, could we continue lower? Absolutely. But I'm still under the impression that we're going to see a bounce. Like, this is an asset. And if this is an asset that's going to last forever, per se, you have to have a bounce. You have, like, nothing goes down in a straight line. Just similar to here, after we dropped, we had some sideways and then down. And I'm anticipating sideways and down yet again. This whole notion that bounces don't happen, guys, they happen. You have to let them happen. There was nothing bullish here. And this price moving up, if you want to take that risk and buy when price goes down like this, you absolutely can. You can take that risk, but I would suggest not. Catching a falling knife, especially when the macroeconomic structure right now of every single asset in all of existence is pointing down. Why are you going against the trend? Why are you fighting something? That's like you have a tsunami in front of you and all you have is a cardboard shield and you're going to say, oh, I can take this tsunami on. Like, you have no chance. No chance. Yeah, so the music I tried to say, that is my friend Cole. I've just texted him. I was like, yo, man, people like your music, release it. He'll put it up on Spotify or YouTube. He makes really cool music videos too, but I know he's getting to it. He's pretty busy. He's like always writing music and always just grinding, and I think sometimes he forgets about some songs that are really good, and he just needs to release them. I'll get on him for it. Why was I bearish at 18K? You could have played well and long the pump. Okay, this is my point. Why was I bearish at 18K? Well, one, I'm not a day trader. I don't claim to be a day trader. I'm not good at day trading, and personally, I think you're wasting your time if you're day trading in this market. Why was I bearish at 18K? All right, let's zoom back out and just look at, right? So when we were at 18K, I'll even give you this green candle. Why was I bearish here? Well, for one, unless you're day trading, which again, I think day trading in crypto is stupid. There's too many scam wicks. There's just too much crap that goes on that could get you out of your position. And two, I like swing trading. You make way more money in this market swing trading. So why was I bearish? Okay, so we have price going down, volume going up, sideways consolidation to continue the trend. Again, price going down, volume going up. No signs of bearish divergence, no bearish divergence here. Was I expecting a pullback? Yes. Was I going to long on that anticipation? Like, hell no, guys. Hell no. Hell no. You have to understand something. If you're a trader, a successful trader, you play your system. You don't play just because we've oversold RSI or all this and that. Anyone who's saying that they bought the bottom is a complete idiot. And they either one, okay, let's say they did. Let's say they did buy the bottom at 17 or 18K. You want to know what I bet they've done as well? I bet they've done this. I bet they've longed here and here and here. And they're like, oh, I caught the bottom. Look at that. I just made that gain. Well, that's great. But you also bought right here and you ended up breaking even. Maybe. Okay, so then you're like, oh, longed. Okay, so yeah, there were 3 times here, and here that you would have been right. But one, you're catching a falling knife and you don't know where to put your support because we have not hit support. We actually lost support. And two, like, there's always this after the fact, like, oh, you could have made so much money from this. Like, dude, my system was pointing bearish. Like, I'm not going to long when my entire system has absolutely nothing bullish on it, like, at all. Not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to explain that in words that make sense. Like, play your system. Trade the system that makes you money that makes sense. Don't just make trades willy-nilly. Like, if you take my trading class, I go through an explicit, like, 5 to 6 things that I like. Actually, there's 4 things that I have to see in order to even consider placing a trade. Usually I like to see 6 or 7 different indications to place a trade. If I don't get those indications, I don't place the trade. I need to give a heads up on the weekend off. I mean, I told everyone I was taking the weekend off. I had a birthday in Chicago that I was going to. It was a lot of fun. Lot of drinking, a lot of eating. It was a good time. All right, guys. Was I shorting from 69K? I'm going to be honest with you guys. No, I didn't start shorting until January. I did not start shorting this market until January. And that's primarily because we haven't had a big upward swing in like a whole year. I had to figure out a way to continue making money in this market. But all right, guys, let's go through the same old. And I actually need to refresh this page because I completely changed my chart on my phone earlier. Like, I got rid of a bunch of this crap up here. Okay, so Dow Jones. Look at that. So we pretty much anticipated this bounce, and I'm not going to be the guy that's like, oh my god, I got it to the perfect level. Like, no, I did not know where we were going to bounce, so I figured we were going to bounce. So ultimately hit support, bounced. We said that more than likely going to get this bounce. We were heavily oversold. We actually have a little bit of divergence in here now, but ultimately I still think the lows get retested, maybe before a significant relief rally, but for now, still continuing our downtrend, still following the plan accordingly. I mean, we've pretty much nailed this. Hey, we're most likely going to bounce and go down. But for now, nothing's really changed on the Dow. You know, what was kind of embarrassing to me was a lot of people were claiming the bottom's in, the bottom this, the bottom that, the bottom this. Like, guys, again, back to what I said at the beginning of the stream. You have a tsunami of macroeconomic factors that are increasingly bearish every single day because our government will not do anything about it. They're not changing anything. They're trying to make everything look good for you because midterms are coming. And frankly, I don't blame them. If you want to keep your job, if you want to stay in office right now, you're going to try and paint the scenario the best way you can. And I can guarantee you after midterms, the whole shitstorm is coming down. All of it's coming down. All of it. But back to this, yeah, ultimately bounce will head back down. I'm at least the lows. Possibly make like a double bottom. I mean, looks like a decent setup. Maybe hit this, get that double bottom, get a nice relief rally up here, and then continue it lower. Again, I'm still anticipating the stock market to go down another 20 or 30%. I've really enjoyed not trading during this. Yeah. Roman, now it dipped to 20K. Do you see any relief towards 23K? What? We just had a relief rally. You guys got to understand something too. I don't look at lower time frames. I look at hour 4 to 1 week. I don't care what a 15-minute does, and frankly, I don't care what anything in between 15 and 4 hour do. For me, and just in my system, I think those are just traps. But S&P 500, pretty much following the same thing. We had that nice little relief rally back into, I guess, a midterm area of resistance. You can see we kind of bounced, went down. Now we're going back down. This was, again, fully expected. We fully expected a relief rally to continue lower. I mean, that's essentially what this is. So the VIX, this is something I'm going to experiment with. For those of you that don't know, the bear market basically ends when the VIX gets above 50 points. So, or we start to see bottoming when the VIX hits 50 points. So yeah, essentially 2008, 2009, we got above 50, went all the way to 90. This is, again, something I'm experimenting with. Let's put it side by side so I can give you a better explanation of what exactly this is. Let's go to So 2008, here we go. Oh, and it'll show us the time here. Okay, so basically you hit your top here, you hit the bottom when the VIX has peaked over 50. So we start, you guys can see both screens, like watch the left and I guess the right at the same time. So when we start forming that bottom, when we start getting that aftermath crash from the S&P 500, so ultimately you have this huge, like, couple week downfall of 30-40% here. Again, I'm still under the impression that the S&P has a long way to go. But essentially, when you get close to the bottom, the VIX is hitting 50. Now, we can even zoom out and go to 2000 and see where that was as well. Or even further, we can go. You can do a lot with this. So in 2000, it actually did not. Oh yeah, when it bottomed. So when it bottomed again around the 50 level here, nice clean double bottom. Jeez. But nice clean double bottom here. VIX again above or near 50. Not as high as 2008, but again, near this 50 level. Just something I'm experimenting with. Just want to keep in mind because right now it's 2022, and every recession where the VIX or every serious downside that the VIX has marked, we've at least hit 50 before the bottom goes in. We're not even close. So again, just like another area of confluence that I'm trying to see if that helps. If that helps identify anything. NASDAQ, same thing, just relief rally, most likely to continue lower. No signs of reversal yet. Total charts, total. Looks like we're bouncing between the gold and the purple. Ultimately, probably bouncing between these two gold lines here, at least until we continue lower. I still think crypto has another leg down, possibly a couple more leg downs, just depends on how the stock market continues to perform. But for now, no signs of reversal. If you're longing right now, you are walking into a huge trap. Total 2, same thing. Don't want to waste a lot of time here. Just kind of moving between. We'll even put another gold line here. Moving between these two gold lines. We could see a retest of the lows, maybe a nice little relief bounce, and then continue lower. I still think that crypto will get a big relief bounce, but it's not. It's just not happening right now. Like, you're longing a local top if you're longing right now. Total 3, same thing as Total 2. Don't want to waste a lot of time here. You guys are very active in chat, and I'd like to chat with you. Roman, good call today. Thank you. Thank you. How can I make money from crypto trading? Build a system and stick to your system. If you want to learn how to develop a system, how to use risk management properly, or how to manage risk properly, how price action trading works, I teach all of these things. I have like 30 to 40 videos up on Patreon that are an hour to an hour and a half long. Again, you have to pay for it through Patreon, but you could probably watch all those videos within a month time frame if you really grind it out. And, you can always ask me any questions. Unfortunately, I'm not doing any live sessions until after September because I'm traveling, pretty much on and off traveling from here until September. You should have told me and Terry would have bought you. Dude, yeah, I'm sorry, man. Terry messaged me, he was like, oh, you're in Chicago, why didn't you tell me? I'm like, dude, I've had like a whole plan and I didn't get a chance to like get away. I mean, you probably could have came out with us at night, but I just didn't know, and it just was too complicated. It's nothing against you guys. I would have loved to have a shot or two with you guys, but I just couldn't make it happen. It wasn't like I was on my own vacation. I was more or less to be there with my friend because it was his birthday. But nonetheless, next time I'm there, I'm hitting you up regardless. We can go and shoot the shot. 15,000 Bitcoin inflows to Gemini, just shared by Inspo. Yeah, I'm not surprised. They're prepping for a huge dump. Nothing's bullish. Do I continue to be bearish or see relief to 23? I don't think we're getting 23 because everyone's expecting 23. Also, I think when I get into Bitcoin, I'll show you what I'm seeing. Don't worry. We'll get there. Or fade, not Agros. Yeah. No, I mean, I think Agros was bearish this morning, so technically he was right. Did he trade the move? Probably not. DXY. DXY is still looking very bullish. People will tell you this is a double top. This is not a double top. I still believe we will consolidate and break out, ultimately. I think there's a lot of shit coming. Fundamentally and technically, the DXY is still very bullish. This kind of pullback, this kind of consolidation is perfectly fine. Perfectly normal. We could go all the way back to $100 for all I care, and the DXY is still bullish to me. USDT.D. Last week, nice pullback. Ultimately, still in price discovery. This is not a sign of reversal. I am anticipating this to continue sideways, maybe down a bit, but ultimately going up. I have no intentions on being bullish, or at least macro bullish. Will we have a nice relief bounce at some point? Absolutely. I absolutely believe that. But right now, the setup's not there. Bitcoin. This is what you guys have been waiting for. Bitcoin. What's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin's going down. Okay, we've seen basically 12 months of down with really nothing to trade on the long side. If you're a day trader, I'm sure that, you know, maybe you're winning, maybe you're losing. This isn't a day trading channel. Ultimately, guys, we've had 12 months of down. We've gone from 69 all the way down to 17K. I believe that's like a 73% drop. 75% drop. Is it over? Is Bitcoin done dropping? Have we bottomed? Guys, I'm going to be completely honest with you. No, we have not bottomed. We are not close to a bottom. A bottom, you won't know that the bottom has happened until it's already happened. I want to show you guys two things real fast. And I have to use the Bitstamp chart because it goes all the way back. So I want you guys to notice a couple things. When we bottomed, and these are, you know, this is my famous chart that I pull out all the time. When we bottomed, I want you to notice something, okay? The absolute bottom. I don't count this because this was the COVID crash. No market expected this. This was not supposed to happen. Anyways, from 2014 to 2015, or even 2015 to the end of 2015, this is 41 weeks. This is 1 year, almost 1 year of accumulation at the bottom, okay? At the bottom, about a year. Okay, now I want you to see this. From 19th November 2018 until about April 2019, before we got this big pump up to 12 to 13K. 21 weeks. So we spent about 42 weeks here and 21 weeks here. So about a year to a half a year you spend at the bottom accumulating. Okay, now I'm going to show you, excuse me. Now I want you to look at this. Does this look anything like accumulation? No, I mean, granted, if we do a lot of this, could we say that that's accumulation? Sure, we could absolutely say that's maybe accumulation, but maybe it's consolidation to go down. Regardless, we will not bottom, or excuse me, the bottom isn't in until there's a massive amount of accumulation. Okay, think how much Bitcoin has been sold over the last 8 months. Okay, it's going to take at least a year for institutions to accumulate. And you might be asking yourself, well, couldn't they just buy right now? Yes, but when you're talking about billions of dollars, that would push the price up exponentially if they all did it at the same time. And even on top of that, they could just continue to short because they know the easy way out, I guess the easy way to make money is to continue to make retail think that there's something bullish happening or that we've bottomed. This is classic liquidation strategy, market maker liquidation strategy. USD is killing all the other currencies, as it should. Gareth Soloway, I don't really know who that is or why he matters. But temporary relief boost before plummet down to 12K. I think any kind of claim like that without any sort of analysis, like, guys, I could make a tweet right now and say, I think Bitcoin's going to go to 30K before 13K. And I can guarantee you I'd get a monumental amount of engagement. I think claims like that are stupid. Wait for the chart to give you something that you can trade before you make some bogus claim like this. But, I mean, good for him. I do think that maybe 13 to 10K could be the bottom. It just depends on where the stock market's at. Accumulation period's getting shorter, IMO. Oh, you really think so? Because actually, we accumulated for much longer in 2018 to 2020. This whole thing is accumulation. Believe it or not, the whole thing. This is a volatile asset. It's going to do crazy shit. Okay? The 3 to 6 to 8K area, so really from here, this whole box, This was all accumulation. And you can tell easily tell. Why is this accumulation? Because I want you to notice every time we break out of it, we revisit it, or it gets very close. Again, the box. We get very close to revisiting it, or we revisit briefly. This was all accumulation. You could even argue that some of this was accumulation as well. Anywhere between 3 to about 8K. That was all accumulation. All of it. And then look what happened when we just take off. So yes, this was all the accumulation zone. And again, I'm going to be completely honest. It was 2 years. 2 years of accumulation. I don't think it was any shorter than that. But to find that the absolute bottom, I mean, come on. He's an experienced trader. His chart analysis is similar to yours. Oh, cool. Maybe I'll check him out. What do you think will happen to USDC if Coinbase crashes? I don't know if Coinbase has anything to do with USDC. If Coinbase crashes, Coinbase crashes. I mean, people are expanding from other exchanges. Coinbase, to me, Coinbase Pro has the worst fees of any trading exchange. I mean, it doesn't favor retail. It doesn't favor new customers coming in, which is, again, retail. Coinbase is an outdated exchange, and they need to fix their fee structure if they want people. I mean, look at an exchange, and again, you guys are going to criticize me for this, but look at an exchange like BitGet. They have super low fees. They have way better security. Look at an exchange like KuCoin or even Binance. Binance is doing pretty good. I mean, I hate to say that Binance is doing good, but Binance is doing good because their fee structure is low, because they have a very favorable app. I mean, BitGet, you know what the commonality between BitGet, Binance, and KuCoin are, or KuCoin, or even Femex? They have a mobile app that isn't like using a stone. Like Coinbase's mobile app is terrible. You can't even place stop losses on the mobile app. Or at least when I used it, you couldn't place stop losses on the mobile app. These 4 exchanges that I mentioned, again, better fee structure, better mobile app, caters to retail. The part of the reason why Coinbase sucks and is crashing is because they don't favor new clients coming in. Their fee structure sucks and their mobile app sucks. Can I please talk about the bullish MACD crossover on the 1-day chart? How is that not bullish? Dude, what? Okay, it's bullish. Dude, guys, you can't just look at one indicator and think something's bullish. Like, come on. You need to see multiple indications for bullishness. Multiple indications. All right, but let's zoom in. Daily. Enough of the bullshit. Daily. What's happening? Okay, guys, I've talked about this a lot. We were the most oversold. I think the most oversold this daily has ever been. We can check that. Okay, sorry, I was wrong. But we were in a historical area of being oversold that's only been seen 4 other times. 4, maybe 5 other times. So what does that mean? That means that, 1, we need to have some kind of correction upwards if we're going to continue going down, right? So we hit this. Honestly, this whole area I was telling people not to short until we got up to here and we started seeing signals to short. Regardless, we'll get to those signals in a minute, but regardless, this needs to happen. This upward move has to happen if you want to have continuation. The fact that volume is going down as we're going up, that's a very keen sign that this is just a dead cat bounce. Okay, and a dead cat bounce is just, again, you'll drop, dead cat bounce, drop like that. Or a breakdown, a retest of prior support, and then continue lower. Now, could we hold the lows at 17.5 or maybe 18.9, 19K? Absolutely, that's definitely possible. But for now, there's nothing bullish on this chart. I think someone asked, what about the bullish MACD crossover? 2 things for you. 1, just because this happens doesn't mean that it's bullish. Doesn't mean that the market's going to go up. 1 indicator crossing over doesn't even matter. 2, I think this is used as a bull trap, because if you split MACD into 2, you have a bear zone and a bull zone. We are in the bear zone. We are crossing over in the bear zone. We have very, very low momentum. We have bearish price action. I mean, now that RSI has somewhat reset, these are all bearish indications. All of them. Every single one of these is a bearish indication. Even though he had that cross, that's not an indication of bullishness. I'd actually argue that sets up a bull trap, because you'll have retail that's like, oh, MACD Cross or that Matthew Hyland guy. He is the worst analyst I've ever seen. Like, MACD will cross and he's like, bullish. Like, no, you're foolish, bro. Complete fool. Recently followed you today. I bought Bitcoin yesterday at 21K. If we are patiently waiting for, by the way, to keep dipping, should I stop loss? Sorry, man, I don't make trades for people. I've told you guys multiple times not to buy. If you place your trade, I don't know what risk, what your risk tolerance is. I don't know what your time frame is. But I've been constantly saying for like the last 5 days that this upward movement is not bullish at all. And we are most likely going to retest the lows. Hey, 200. Oh, we got 200 viewers. Here, I'm going to take a Snapchat for my mom. Man, that's awesome, though. 200 viewers. Thank you guys so much. If you're new here, I live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at around 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern. I have a free Discord. All of the notifications for the live stream are posted there. There's about 5,000 or 6,000 of you all in there. Again, completely free. Like, we have discussion, analytical discussion. People talk about random things here and there, but the crypto chat's usually pretty productive. Let's get it. Nice. I like this. Nice, guys. I think this is one of my biggest live streams. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, I remember a long time ago I'd get like 5 to 10 viewers a live stream. And granted, I already had a Discord, so it's mostly just Discord people. But yeah, it's really nice to see that hard work has paid off. A lot of you guys don't know the story, my trading story, and I basically developed my own trading system in 2 weeks, and I think I slept like 4 hours that entire 2 weeks. I pretty much risked everything to become a trader. Not everything, but I took big risks to really pursue this, and it's awesome that it's finally paying off. Thank you guys so much. Short now. The short was earlier, but we're going to get to that in a moment. But again, guys, just very simple. Very, very, very simple. If you want to learn how to trade this market and you don't want to take my class, you don't want to do any of that, and that's totally cool. You need to learn what price action trading is, which is volume and price. And obviously support and resistance and maybe patterns. But, support and resistance and patterns are pretty easy. But if you want to learn price, or you want to learn how to trade this market with very, very high accuracy and high results, you need to learn price action trading. When you have price going up and volume going down, that's a very, very bearish sign. When you have volume going up and price going down, again, a very, very bearish sign. There are matrices all over Google, so actually, you know what? I'm going to show you the Discord. So in Discord, I actually have a just like a trading basics channel. Again, this is all free, but this is something that I always show people. This is a price action matrix. It's very easy to follow, not too complicated. And if you want to learn how to trade this market with accuracy, you need to learn this. And if you're following people that don't have volume on their chart, you need to unfollow them because they have no idea what they're doing. Volume is probably the most important indicator on my chart. Right, back to it. So let's get into some lower time frames, shall we? Let's look at the 12-hour first. 12-hour. Again, very, very obvious what's happening here. Volume's dropping. Price going up, volume dropping, very bearish. We are very oversold here. A little bit of divergence between these 2 points here, so this bounce is definitely needed, definitely needed. But now our RSI has hit 50, the level 50. We actually have divergence now between this point and I believe this point. Nothing major, just a little bit of divergence. But ultimately, what this is telling me is we should head lower. Ultimately, our RSI is reset to continue lower. The 12 hour is a good time frame to have between the 4 hour and the daily. The daily is also reset for the most part right now. I mean, 34 points, it's a decent reset. We didn't quite get 50, but Still, nonetheless, like RSI is not oversold anymore. So it would make sense that we continue going lower, or at least continue to test the lows. I do think we're going to get some of this. I don't think we're just going to nuke. Like, that's probably not going to happen. Probably going to get some of that. At least that would make sense. Because our weekly is terribly oversold. The weekly needs a couple of weeks to, relax and come back to the norm so we can continue our downward rampage. All right, let's look at the 4 hour. So how did I know that this is going to drop this morning? So, okay, I'm going to teach you guys, again, a couple things that I teach my trading students. One, I always tell them, don't look below hour 4. Don't even bother looking below hour 4. It's a waste of time to look at any time frame below hour 4. If you want to make money in this market, don't look below hour 4. You will get trapped. You'll get confused. You won't be trading important levels. You'll miss big moves. You'll be shorting when you should be longing, and you'll be longing when you should be shorting. So, hour 4. We have right here a head and shoulders. And just to even show the clarity of it, here's hour 1. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Here's your neckline, this orange line. Back to hour 4. So, how did I know where to place a trade? Where would I start? So, one, ignore this for right now. That hasn't happened yet. So, last night when I saw this, ultimately when I saw this kind of like shouldery and then another high, and then we dip back to a very common level here. So, one, I'm thinking two things. One, we just rejected major resistance up here. Two, we're starting to form what looks like a neckline, right? Like we keep coming. Basically, you have this, you come down, so that's support. Oops. That would be support. We come back up, we reject really hard, and we come back to that same support level. This already looks like a head and shoulders. It's starting to, well, at least it's starting to look like a head and shoulders. So how do I anticipate to take this trade? How do I do this? So one, guys, just know that trading is a game of probability. We need to look for other indications to really know. I already knew the daily and the 12-hour were bearish. So seeing a reversal pattern on H4 would tell me that we're most likely going to visit, go lower. We're most likely going to go lower. So, okay, how do I anticipate this? One, I can have a line here. Your left shoulder and right shoulder should be pretty similar in size and length. Like it wouldn't make sense to do that. That's not a head and shoulders. But if we get something like this, that is. Now, if we get something like that, I wouldn't even consider that a head and shoulders, ultimately. But, okay, so we have this dotted line. So when price starts to approach this dotted line here, this is where you take the short, right? You take the short at, what is this, 21.4, 21.5 to 21.3. Unfortunately, I woke up like 30 minutes later than I should have, and I got in at like 21.35. So, okay, we hit this price. Now price starts to consolidate. Where do you put your stop loss? I would put it maybe 1% higher than the right side shoulder. So I told my students 21.6. So you put your stop above 21.6 and you're good. Basically, if we go up to here and do something, we probably wouldn't do that. But if we go up to here, it's most likely invalid, right? Like you're trading for validation. So, okay, we start rounding, and then we hit this neckline once again. So, okay, we have two things. One, we're either going to break down, retest for continuation, because most likely the lower time frames are oversold, or you could have like a bear trap where you break down and then break back up, which is what I was kind of afraid of would happen today. It looks like we did reject the neckline so far. But more than likely, you're going to break down, retest, and continue further. So, right now, and let me delete all of this crap, we have our head and shoulders here. We have a breakdown and now a retest. Now, if this continues to go up, so if, let's say we close our H4 like up here at 21,135, that would invalidate my head and shoulders. That would tell me that is most likely not going to play out. Most likely not going to happen. And we might actually get it right now. So we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. I'm in at 21,350. I think my stop's at like 21.50. I'm again trading for invalidation. So if I get stopped out, I know that the head and shoulders isn't going to play out. But that's how you take that trade. That's how you do that. So look at this, man. Look at all this insanity on the 15-minute. Could you imagine trading this? Like, imagine this. So you have this trend line. We broke down, came back up. If you were trading the symmetrical triangle here, you got stopped there. Well, now we're coming back down. This is just crazy. I don't know how people can look at a 15-minute all day. It's wild. What is max pay in Bitcoin can be? I'm not sure. I've never caught a 10-pound bass. What is my stop loss percentage on each trade? I never risk more than 2% of my total portfolio. Never. There are plenty of videos on risk management that I have that prove why you shouldn't do this. But anyways, yeah, I never risk more than 2%. Usually I'm risking 0.5 to 1%. My portfolio is pretty large, so I'm not trying to risk. Like a 2% risk for me is someone's 2 or 3 month paycheck. So I don't feel comfortable losing that much money. Now, if I'm super confident on a trade, maybe. But for the most part, I don't need to take a lot of risk. And I highly urge you guys not to use leverage. Okay. It's all right. Let's keep chugging along. Let's look at Bitcoin dominance. Actually, let's go back to Bitcoin. Talk about where we could go. So you guys know we've pretty much retested this neckline here. Where do we go next? So we have some interim support. I'd say somewhere around here, like 19.8, possibly. What? Possibly. But, you know, in terms of the daily, and again, I draw my support and resistances based on the daily. I believe somewhere between 19 to 17.5. We don't really have a super confirmed area of demand yet. For the most part, we've just kind of been slightly ranging up. And again, I do believe that this area will be tested before possibly even doing something like this and heading up to 23K before heading all the way down. I think this scenario would be very painful for people because they would end up shorting down below here and getting stopped out. Damn, we're at 240. All of you that are new, appreciate you being here. Again, live stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, around 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, we have free Discord. Join it. It's awesome. Sorry, my mind went blank for a sec. I had a long weekend. Do I keep all of my money on the exchange? My portfolio is spread out between a DCA, 2 different exchanges. One of the exchanges is BitGet. If you guys are interested in BitGet, they have the lowest fees if you use my link. They have the highest rated security, top 5 derivatives, liquidity. Easy, like it's the best mobile app I've ever used. I've used multiple different exchanges and they have the best mobile app. I'm not just saying that because I use them and I want you guys to use my links. Like I actually genuinely like this product. I've had exchanges offer me crazy amounts of money to, you know, shill their exchange, to promote their exchange, to show a trading session with their exchange. And I've said no every time. I had Delta Exchange come to me today and I was like, hell no, I'm not wasting my time with this. I have a very good exchange. They treat me well. They treat everyone else well. They have the highest security. They have the lowest fees. If you guys use my link, they have the lowest fees. What else do I need? I don't need anything else. I'm almost certain this Head and Shoulders will be invalidated soon. The fact that you're saying that makes me think that it won't, because most retail investors end up longing the top and shorting the bottom. That's just how it goes. All right, let's look at Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance. Looks like we're trending down. Weird. It's amazing to me that Bitcoin is dumping and alts are dumping, but Bitcoin dominance is also dumping. Ultimately, it looks like we lost our daily support level here. And maybe there's some right here. Yeah, let's just put a line there. Let's put a golden line there. Looks like we've got some here. So if we lose this level, it's most likely back down to 41%. However, I'm thinking that this does something like this again. Seeing it here, seeing it here. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw it here. Also, with Bitcoin showing all the bearish signals, it would just make sense to me that would happen, like that we'd hold this and continue going up. Honestly, if we break the 50%-ish area, things are going to get quite bad for alts. And things are already bad for alts. The day trade, I don't care about the 1 day or 4 hour much. Look at the tendency of the 1 hour and trade the 15 and 5. I mean, it's very long explanation, but lagging indicators are not useful for lower time frames. Too slow. I'd agree with that. I'd agree, but guys, if you have a job or a life or kids, and like day trading just isn't an option. You have to literally be right there the entire time. You got to wake up cracked out of your mind, ready to be stressed and anxious as shit all day. I had a friend that was 26. He lost all his hair. All of it. All of his hair is gone. Okay? Day trading is, yes, very, very profitable if you're good at it. Very, very profitable. I'm not going to say that it's not. But the low stress, low risk, high reward is swing trading. When Bitcoin goes through these swings, you can literally make 50 to 80% in 2 weeks. Maybe not necessarily 2, but over a month. And it's very low risk. You don't have to worry about looking at a chart 24 hours a day to get your entry. You can set an alert, and when your alert goes off, you hit it. Or you have time to make an anticipation. You don't have to overthink or underthink or put yourself, taking too many trades, all this other shit. Again, if you make money day trading, that's awesome. I maybe one day I'll get cracked out of my mind and learn how to day trade. But for now, it's just not for me. Not for me. Especially, and I will say this: if you have a very large portfolio, you can swing trade. Like you can make 3 trades a year, make 50 to 80%, and you're good. Where's Savage? He's funny, but he talks too much. I'll make sure I tell him that. Yeah, Savage was a good guy. I like him. I liked having him on. I didn't understand the grandma thing. But yeah, I mean, he's all right. He's a good guy. I think he has good intentions. And hey, he posts realistic TA. He's not out here posting bullshit, and he's a smart guy. So there are going to be things that people don't like about you for no reason, or just because you have your own quirks. But for the most part, I think Savage is a good guy. At least he's not Agris. Like Agris will post a bullish thing in the morning and a bearish thing in the afternoon. Crazy. Crazy. All right, let's move on. I'll check Ethereum. I will check Ethereum. So Ethereum, same thing. I mean, guys, this is not a sustainable rally. You got volume going down, price going up. Ultimately, just an area of just a dead cat bounce to continue lower. I mean, this kind of thing needs to happen. We hit a historical. Wow, I cannot believe that. Okay. But that is, kind of what needs to happen. We hit a historical low, and we're most likely going to chop for a little while. I think we'll get some of this, and then most likely to the downside. Even if we did something like this, it's still going to end up going to the downside. There is so much macroeconomic bullshit right now that you guys have no idea what's coming. Neither do I, frankly. But it's not good. Every day it gets worse. Yeah, you get addicted, but I agree it's safer. Yeah, but if you go on like a 10-game trade losing streak, it sucks. Is Savage doing well at day trading? I mean, he knows how to manage risk, right? Like he knows how to manage his risk. Even if he loses 10 trades in a row, he's going to come out profitable because his risk is managed correctly. So ultimately, I think he's doing good. I don't really pay attention to his Discord day trading calls because I'm not a day trader. And frankly, it's summer for me. I want to go live my life. I want to go fishing. I want to be able to do stuff. I go to the gym for like 2.5 hours a day. I don't want anything to do with charts while I'm working out. I'm not going to wake up at 5 a.m., look at a chart until noon, and then come back at 2 and watch a chart for the rest of the day. That sounds horrible. Like, that sounds awful. I like looking at charts, but I don't want to do that all day, every day. It's just way too much work, especially when you can make as much, if not more, swing trading. Why is Bitcoin dominance still falling? I think Bitcoin dominance is falling because alts hit a serious support, and we're also like most alts, like look at Ethereum. Ethereum had what is that, like 10 or 12 red weeks in a row. Ultimately, it dropped 70%. Like we hit a very important support level. and it's holding still, and it should continue to hold still. I would expect at least a excuse me, at least a large relief bounce. Um, and again, I think we'll do something like this, maybe that, and then head down. I think that would make sense. If we just continue to Luna all the way down, that's not good. That's not a good sign. Too lazy. You think I'm lazy, man? You're crazy. I have like, I teach a class, I manage a Discord, I swing trade, I exercise, I have a dog that I take and do stuff with every day. Laziness. And I'm like the opposite of lazy. Opposite, dude. GMT pumping. Look at that, please. Guys, I don't really look at altcoins. Altcoin, like most altcoins, are literally just used as exit. 99% of altcoins are scams, and they're not worth your time unless it's literally the peak of the bull. Win 100K probably in the next couple of years. I would think. I would hope. I would seriously hope so. But let's go to the 15 minutes so we can just watch this and chat. But yeah, even Ethereum. I mean, look at this. This is head and shoulders. It did look like it breached the neckline, so that's a little confusing. But I don't know. It's weird. That's just weird to me. But Bitcoin has not breached its neckline. Still very much. Right. So you have a, and again, for those of you that are just getting here, you have a head and shoulders here. Here's your neck. So basically, getting anything above this golden line, that invalid. Did I sell the Jeep, dude? I haven't, man. I want to buy a. I'm in between buying my dad's truck. He wants to sell it and buy something new. He drives a 2500 Denali. Dude, it's sick. I'll have to show a picture in Discord. It's a 2500 Denali HD with all the bells and whistles. It's lifted, has a 14,000 capable winch on the front. It's diesel. It's sick. It is one of the coolest trucks I've ever seen. Now the problem with that is it's probably worth about $70,000, and frankly, could I buy it right now? Yeah, I could pay cash for it right now. But do I really want to spend $70,000 right now? Like, not really. So I'm kind of waiting to see what happens. What happens over the next couple months? Are vehicle prices going to come down? What's the deal? If I get his truck for, he's my dad, and he's like, hey man, I'm not going to charge you 70 grand for my truck. And I'm like, dude, I'm not like, can't just, let me pay, like, I'm going to give him a fair price. But if if trucks come down, vehicles come down, and I can get it for 45 or 50, like, absolutely. But I really don't drive that much. So yeah, I still have my Jeep, and my Jeep's lifted. Man, it's cool. It's lifted matte black wheels. Done some stuff on the inside. Really nice speakers and everything. It's an awesome car. I have not sold it yet. I will. I also like driving a cool car. And frankly, I'd love to buy an Audi R8, but I don't have anywhere to store it. So until I move back to Florida, I don't have anywhere to put like a really nice car. Olympus Trading, your Discord name. My Discord is called Olympus Trading, yes. Have you heard of Deconomy coins? If so, what do you think about it? I've never heard of that. I've heard of like the term used, but I don't know what it is, to be honest. Denali's are awesome. Dude, it's so sick. Let me see if I can find a picture and I'll pull it up. It's so sick. So sick. I've got to find it. I got to just put it in Discord. Tell me. Oh, there it is. Ah. Yeah, I don't want to show everyone else my other pictures. Hold on one second. Oh, come on, you bastard. All right, well, it's my phone is being ridiculous. I don't know why that wasn't. Right. Oh, it did. All right, it's not letting me do it. Let me see if I can. Oh, here it is. It like wouldn't let me make the pictures. Yeah, so if you guys didn't know, like Discord only lets you put certain files in that size. All right, cool. Let me pull that up. So this is his truck. I'd really like to buy. So that's his truck. It's dude, it's awesome. Sick truck. I'd love to buy it. My only problem is you like I don't ever want to overpay for anything. So I tell everyone. But I'd really like to get it. The only thing is I don't like to overpay for anything, and I'm not gonna overpay for that. There's just no reason to. I don't really drive anywhere. I don't necessarily need a truck for anything right now, so I'm just kind of waiting for prices to come down. Yeah, it's sick, dude. It's sick. It's awesome. Audi RS e-tron GT. I'll check it out. What's in the drink? Just water, man. Just water. Yeah, no, I drank like all weekend. I need water. Yeah, I had a hell of a birthday celebration. Hell of a birthday celebration. All right, I'm gonna do this one time. What altcoins do you want? Send them in the chat. I'll go over a couple alts. I'll do like two or three alts. Make them good. Don't make them like ass coin and shit coin or whatever. Make them like legitimate altcoins. Happy birthday! Oh, it wasn't my birthday. It wasn't my birthday, but my birthday is actually next. Actually, my birthday is next week. You guys are XRP. You guys really want XRP? Why do people like XRP? Why do people like XRP? Like, what's the draw to XRP? What's the what's the reason? Okay, so I'm gonna go from the daily all the way down to the 4 hour. So ultimately, I mean, I feel like every daily looks about the same. Uh, yeah, nothing reversal sign, like no reversal signs happening here. It looks like we actually had a nice symmetrical triangle, put in another lower low. Uh, Actually retested that area, almost retested that area. Kind of going down. So let me look at the 4 hour just so I can see if there's anything tradable. So it does look like we had another kind of symmetrical triangle, bull flagish kind of deal. We broke down because Bitcoin actually broke down or is dropping. So ultimately, we broke down. We're retesting. We should continue lower, at least to here, at least to 0.33. Just trying to find confluence here in the 4 hour. It looks like we've got some support here. So XRP, look for 0.33 if you degenerates want to long alts. I'm going to tell you that you should just trade Bitcoin, Ethereum right now, but do your own thing. Let's see. Don't waste it on XRP. Dude, XRP is so bad. Like, why does anyone want XRP? It's never broken its all-time high. All right, I'll do Link. Actually, yeah, I'll do Link. I'll do Link and Matic. So Link, nice little sideways movement. Ultimately, I think we go lower. Nothing really trend defining, nothing really changing trend here. It looks like, let's see, let's even pull down our looks like our trend line's probably something like this. All the way to the Yeah, but ultimately, guys, we've kind of seen this scenario play out with Link. We get this dead cat bounce, go a little lower, another decent bounce, lower, dead cat bounce, maybe some sideways, maybe something like this, and then lower. I mean, it all just depends, but for now, I don't see anything on the daily that looks like a reversal. However, the other day I did see this, which looked like a double bottom, but it's very much not. Let's look at the 4 hour. So Link, I do see a couple things real fast. We have a double top here. Nice little M right here, double top. We actually have the breakdown, a retest, and now continuation to the downside. Ultimately, if Link loses like 633 to 650 area, this thing will just take a nosedive. I, again, would not trade altcoins right now. I would really focus on Bitcoin until you can see that Bitcoin's ready to revert. All right, let's do Matic. Let's go over Matic. If I even have Matic. Okay, Matic. Man, this was really nice. Actually, on the 4 hour, we had an inverted head and shoulders. We had a very clean neckline here. It broke, it retested, and continued to the upside. Ultimately, Matic is still in a very harsh downtrend. This actually looks like a swing failure, V-shaped recovery. When you get anything like this, when you see anything like this usually means that these lows are going to be tested again. We failed to make a higher high. We made a lower high. Again, a lot of relief here. I'm thinking that this goes down to here, if not down to 0.29. Matic's down pretty bad right now overall. I'm pretty sure Matic is down like 93% or something. Or 83, but it's at its lowest, it was about 90%. So ultimately, I mean, again, you had this level here, and just to do this, you have Matic kind of testing this area that was once resistance. If it loses that, I mean, guys, you're talking about a crash that, I mean, Matic could go all the way down to 0.04. Honestly, I think it will if it loses its level. Honestly, I think it will. A man asked if I could coin called XRP, and mate said to buy it. Jeez. Take a look at XTZ. All right, I'll look at XTZ real fast. Look at XTZ. The daily just kind of looks like a dead cat bounce still. Ultimately, still in this big downtrend. The 4 hour. Man, the 4 hour looks really good, and kind of still is. You have this inverted head and shoulders. I figured the neckline maybe here to here. Looks like it's breaking out. It looks okay. But again, I would really focus on Bitcoin. I would not trade altcoins right now. There's just, and you guys have to remember, XTZ was down similar to like Matic. I'm pretty sure XTZ is down like 90 something. $9. I mean, it went down about 90% again. So this decent bounce is technically a good sign, but it's more or less just continuation for the down. So my classes start again. I mean, the classes are open. The live chat's open. Like, I discuss in it all the time. I post trade setups and I answer any questions anybody has. But all the videos I left on Patreon so you can watch them. There's about 30 to 40 of them. They're about an hour to an hour and a half long. The live sessions will not start until after September, or like September. Because it's just not fair to you guys. I'm literally traveling off and on all summer. Like, I'm home right now, but I specifically bought a laptop so I could continue to live stream, continue to, stay active on YouTube and Twitter. But ultimately, I just don't have the time to commit to teaching a trading class, especially one that, I'm going to have to redo, and I'm going to make the syllabus. I'm going to, do everything very organized. The last one, it's organized, it's good, but I just know I can do better. That's all. So, guys, it's been about an hour. For those of you that are new, I live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday around 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern. You can get notifications in the Discord. The Discord is description, or the Discord link is in the description below. Also, real quick, if you're looking for a new and better exchange, I highly recommend BitGet. If you use my link, you can get up to $4,100 worth of deposit bonus and 15% off fees. These are the lowest fees offered by any exchange if you use my link. With that said, again, guys, why BitGet? Great security, great support team, easy to use mobile app, and honestly, it's the only product I've really cared to use. Like I fully back it. I love the exchange. I've never had any issues. None of my stops have been hit. I haven't seen scam wicks or anything like this. So ultimately, really, really like the product. Again, guys, trading classes, September-ish. I will let you know. I'll post. I'd love to see all of you in the Discord. I'm trying to be more active since I don't have those trading classes right now. But for now, guys, thank you so much for the huge live stream. We got up to like 300 viewers. It was awesome. Can't wait to see you Wednesday. And with all that said, please be patient, use risk management. Good luck trading.